Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Enigmatica 6. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we put together our uh, reactor. It's working great. I haven't done anything with it. We're going to upgrade it soon enough-ish. We're not going to worry about that today. Today, what are we going to do? Well, we've spent a bunch of time doing B stuff, and we've done the reactor stuff. We've been messing with a lot of that stuff. It is time. I need to keep an eye on that. That's really starting to. That's what I figured was going to happen. Because I don't need those. But anyways, we're going to spend some time doing some magic stuff again today, and for that, we're going to be doing some Botania. Now, there's going to be a lot of this stuff that I am not. I just made the flower pouch. There's going to be a lot of stuff that I am not going to be doing on camera. It's we've done a lot of this stuff together before. There's no necessarily a need for it. I mean, we'll do as much as we can, but our first thing that we're going to need, we need to get some mystical fertilizer, which this is all easy enough stuff. We got a ton of lapis that we can do that with. We need some bone meal. I don't really need that many of these, but yeah, that's what we just did. We'll get what we can get, and then we'll go with it. That made a whole bunch. I don't know why this double clicking thing is happening. Anyways, that quest now complete. That give us 16 more. I need to get flowers. Mystical fertilizer is great for getting flowers because it gives us these guys. And I'm just trying to get the ones that we don't have, which isn't really that many. I've tried to collect as many of them as I can as I've run around. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing with that. We need lime green and we need white. We still need black. All those I have gotten and sent on their way. Alright, so our next step, I've got a couple of each. We need our petal apothecary. Beautiful, that's taken care of. We are going to need a bucket. We are going to need a sink. Just because that's the easiest way to do this for now. Until we get further along, we'll take care of that. We are going to need some pure daisies, which I'm going to need as some bone meal, which I just put up. We're going to need one of our flowers, and we should be good to go. So we can come out here, and we can do this, and as long as we've got petals, we've got, as long as we have at least one petal, we can get all the petals we need. So with that, just bone meal, get the tall ones, and you get 4 for each of them. Beautiful. Let's do one more set of 8. And that should take care of everything we're going to need for this. Alright, so we've got that. We need the petal apothecary, we need our sink, and then we're going to need some seeds, which we have loads of seeds. That's one of the things we need to work on, is getting this where we can access it everywhere now that we've got power taken care of. Alright, so petal apothecary. Beautiful. Sink for the time being. Beautiful. Bucket. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a seed. There we go. We've got our first one. We need a few. Alright, now that we've got that part done, we can claim our rewards. That give us a bunch of living rock. And it give us some sushi. We've already ate that. So, but the way I do these guys is fairly lazy. It's place them down, use a wand, then we don't have to worry about. Need another torch. Don't have to worry about sitting in place in every single block. We can let these guys do its thing. Now you can speed these up with overgrowth seeds and like that, which is a whole lot. We've got a bunch of time in a bottle. And then after that, it's just a matter of waiting for them to finish. And there we go. That quest is now complete. What did we get from that? Engineer goggles. Yeah, it's alright. We don't need those. Alright, so next up is we need mana pool. We need a mana spreader. And we need a wand of the forest. All these easy enough for us to do. Now, as far as mana spreaders, or mana goes, we're going to make 4 mana pools. Anybody that's watched any of my stuff knows that I do the 4 mana pools at a time. That way I can sit and let this thing go. We've already gotten some mana ingots, or mana steel ingots, already. 4 that I need, not 5. So there is those taken care of. And then the mana spreaders. Let's make, oh, I don't know. Well, we're going to make 2 for now because that's all we have. I'd like to get a couple more. Alright, now that we got the mana spreaders that I want, we can make us our wand of the forest. And now we've got 3 more sets of quests to complete. Which give us a eyebrow, some pasture seeds, which aren't necessarily bad, and it gives us some mana diamonds, which aren't too terrible. But before we can, so we've got quests for that. But before we can do that, we've got to make our Endo Flame. And to make the Endo Flame, we need brown, red, and light gray. Which we should have all the above inside of our flower pouch. So red, brown, light gray, everything else for the time being just needs to go up. That guy can go up. That, we're going to need that. The food I don't need right now. And yeah, I think that's where we're at. So let's get some Endo Flames made. Alright, we are back. We've got a few more quests here to complete now. Endo Flames give us an open crate and a mana molecule. Mana Diamonds is going to give us a loot box. Mana Steel is going to give us a loot box. And that give us more of those. That guy I really don't need. That we don't need. And I think that's good for the moment. Alright, we're ready to get this stuff set up and ready to go. So, we're going to be doing Endo Flames for the moment. We'll place these guys here. We need our mana splitter, which I just seen. I don't know where it went. Where'd it go? Did I not make it? Or did I put it away? I guess I didn't make it. Well, okay. Well, it is what it is. Alright, and then now that we've got that, we can start placing down our flowers. So first things first, we're going to get everything set up. Let's do that. We need our Wand of the Forest. We need to take this guy, shift right click him there. We have no need for these now. And from there we can do that. Now we're going to be adding some automation to this. That's why there's a hole right there. They don't have to be set this way. But that's kind of what we're going to do for the moment. Alright, so we've got these guys going. For the time being, I'm using blocks of coal. We've got plenty of coal to use. Basically, these guys will use anything that you can pretty much put into a furnace. Wood, coal, charcoal. You can use buckets of lava. You don't get the buckets back. Blaze rods. There's a blaze mesh. All of them will give you what you need in order to generate mana. Now, we're going to need a bunch of mana to get through this. This is going to be just our beginning stuff. So I'm going to get this set up and automated to where I don't have to worry about it. We can let it run while we do other stuff. I'll be back. Alright, so we're back. Pretty basic setup here. We've got pressure plate, torch tower, dropper, with our gold blocks, open crates so they drop straight down, and it just kind of recycles through. Pretty standard and basic stuff. Nothing real complicated about it. So, but anyways, we're in the process of completing some quests here. We've got all of this stuff done. It's all stuff that we're going to have to do. We don't necessarily need. That give us a blue butterfly. I have no idea what that is for. That's curio. Oh, we have a little butterfly on the side of our head. Okay. Sure. Alright, and the next thing we need is a band of mana, which we should be able to do. I need these guys here. And we can come in here and craft this, and we can go on about business. So, this guy, along with this guy, that guy, with that guy, this guy, stores mana. We're not going to be using anything right now that takes mana. So yeah, we have no use for it. That give us what? Incense stick. Not infused, but there we go. Alright, so our next bit of business. That's our whole first set of this done. We need to make a runic altar. That's easy enough. We can do that right quick, fast, in a hurry. That guy is now complete. We're also going to need... That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted this guy. We're going to need another mana spreader. For this. And then we're going to have to start crafting. We got to craft all of the beginning runes. Most of these things are pretty self-explanatory and simple. They're not really hard. Mana steel, mana powder, and then just a little bit of stuff with each one of them. We should have everything we need to make these sets. I don't see the second sets of these just yet. I'm not necessarily worried about it. So, I'm going to get to work. I'll be back. Alright, so after a little bit of time, boom, there we go. All of our runes are now made. Beautiful. That give us what? I guess more mana steel. I have no idea. So our next bit of business is going to be to make some sparks and to make this terrestrial agglomeration plate. That's where we want to go next. So, sparks, pretty easy. We need a few. One. Really? Oops. Let's get a few of these. That should take care of what we need for now. Beautiful. That's quest complete. That give us Tangleberry. I have no idea what that one is. That would be for keeping nearby animals and monsters in a circular area. That's what that's for. Alright, now that we've got that, I was way too many. We need the agglomeration plate. This should be pretty easy for us to do now because we've got all the stuff in order to do it. Minus, yeah, that. So there we go. There is that guy done. And we also need to get one piece of Terrestrial before we can complete this quest, which is fine. We can work on doing that. I needed those four. We got everything we need to do to set this up. Alright, set this up. Pretty easy. Just place down our living rock. Place down our lapis. Place down our plate. Place a spark on here. We want a spark on each one of our mana pools, and we've got just about what we need. I've got to get I didn't put them in there. Need mana diamonds, and we also need an ender pearl or two. We'll grab 16 because why not? And we should have enough mana done up to where we can get at least one of these. So that guy, that... Really? Oh, wait, that's not going to work. Oh, it's been a long day. Alright, let's try this again. This guy, along with this guy, along with one of these. You can see our mana coming over. And there we go. We have our first piece of Terrestrial. Not bad for just maybe an hour that I've spent at this. It's a lot better than it used to be. I can remember when I first started playing modded and got in Botania, and I could spend days before I'd get my first bit of Terrestrial. We got it down pretty good. But that has that quest complete, and that give us a overgrowth seed, a Gormoralis, and that looks like that's it. Gormoralis is nice to a certain extent. We can use it as a functional flower. That's not what I wanted. Not a functional, a generating flower. So the better the food is that we give it, it will give a bunch of mana production, but you have to wait. Let's see, for example, a single steak will produce more mana than 2 apples. Loves a variety in its diet. You can only digest a single food item given at a time, outputting mana once it's done. It will devour... Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. It takes a little bit more of an effort to use these things. That should be attached to one. But that should give it a bunch of... And then you can stand here, you'll hear it, it'll burp. And once it burps, I think it's a burp. I'm not sure. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's give him another one. But it didn't get nowhere near out of it what we was getting before. But it does give a nice little boost. Alright. Alright. So our next part of this is going to be to get our portal Alphine set up. This guy's pretty easy to do once you get your one piece of Terrestrial. That's all we need. So we'll set this guy up right here. Looks like a good spot. I really didn't need the 4 spots. Let's do that. So our gateway core goes here. We need these guys. We need our glimmering the glimmering living wood. That guy, and then we just need that, and that. Beautiful. That should be what we need for that. And then we just need some mana pools set up. We're going to, those are already set to fill mode. We need to set a couple of these to, that kills me. We need to empty a couple of these out. And to do that, we're going to need a mana tablet. We've already made one of those, so let me get these pools filled. Alright, we got both of them filled up, ready to go. We've got our pylons ready to go. If we can place them in the right spot. So that's ready to go. We should be able to take our forest and do that. Now, it doesn't use much mana to turn this thing on. And then it doesn't use mana to run it. It just takes mana in order to do the exchange. So, that is where we're at next. What did that give us? That give us a munch do. There was quests for some of these. That's not one of them. Alright, so speaking of quests, we need a piece of Elementium, which is 2 pieces of Mana Steel. There we go, we've got that. We need Dragonstone, which is a diamond through there. And then we need some Pixie Dust, which is a Mana Pearl through there. Beautiful. All those quests are now complete, and our inventory is filled up yet again. So that's not what I wanted. I wanted this guy. Let's throw these guys in here for now. We're going to use them here in a minute as it is. Alright, so now quests. This is, that one's complete. That one. That one. They give us some runes. It give us a functional flower. It give us a agricarnation, which we can use with the mana and speed up our crop growth. This one I have no idea. Completely halt a creature's movement. Oh, I wonder if that works for a wither. We still got to move our wither farm. All right, so that is that. Corporeal networks, these I'm not necessarily worried about too much. I'm not going to be getting into those. We might do the stuff. We do need to do this guy. This guy's easy enough to set up. We need some dream wood, and to get dream wood we just need to take some living wood. And once we get into some bigger mana gen, we'll be using quite a few of these uses. This guy here, that's made. That quest is complete. That give us another Gormoralis. Lovely. And another Munch Dew. Maybe. I don't know if we had 2 of those or not. These guys, you can actually use these on flowers. Why is that not showing me what that is? Let's see here. Lexica Botanica. This guy right here. This guy. Munch Dew. It'll eat leaves in its rage. The only thing is it does not, I don't think it takes leaves that are placed. I don't think it does that anymore. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's that. Alright, so before we take off and go today, we're going to look at one more thing. We're going to be working on getting towards Alphine, or not Alphine, but getting into Mythic Botany. And before we can do all that, I've got to get a bunch of mana together. So that is one thing we've got to work on. I've also got to get some runes, some glimmering dreamwood, elementium. It's not that big a deal. But one thing we do need, I don't need those or that. We do need this guy right here. Let's put this guy out here. We need a drink from it, and that's going to allow us to do some stuff here later on. We've got that. We need a Horn of the Wild into a mana pool. And after that, we're like way ahead of ourselves here, I do believe. Yeah. That's alright, we can do this. Let's go get the Horn of the Wild. We want this guy, that guy. And then once we get into Mythic Botany, because this is something I haven't done yet, I won't have to worry about forgetting about it. And we should be able to get that. I don't know how that fills up. Well, I should have known we need to give it some mana. And that should be filling up. Once it fills up, we'll switch this back. We won't have to worry about this again. Alright, it looks like it's filled up. There we go. We have drunk from the well. We've gained knowledge, and we'll be able to do the Mythic Botany stuff when we get to that. The only problem with getting into Mythic Botany is we need a lot more mana for this. We're going to need to get into the Guardian of Gaia and the Gaia Guardian 2. So, yeah. We've got a little bit to go. But for now, I am going to spend some time in between episodes crafting this stuff up. There's no reason to really worry about it. This stuff is none of it's anything that we're really going to use. Maybe the Rosa Arcana once we get a decent way of getting some XP taken care of. But the rest of this stuff, nah, we're good. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.